Welcome to Healthy Grandpa Secrets and Him, where growing older means growing stronger. Let's make these years your healthiest yet.
What if I told you that a Harvard doctor, one of the world's top experts in aging and brain health, not only studied how to live a long life, but actually did it himself and lived nearly a full century? Dr. Alexander Leaf wasn't just any doctor. He was a pioneer in preventive medicine. He taught at Harvard Medical School, led groundbreaking research on aging, and traveled the world to discover the secrets of people who routinely lived past 100. But here's what's really fascinating. He didn't just teach this stuff. He lived it. Until the day he died, Dr. Leaf followed a strict morning routine, one that he believed was the key to living not just longer, but better. And today, we're going to reveal exactly what that routine was, why it worked, and how seniors like you can start doing it too, starting tomorrow morning. Dr. Leaf was born in 1920, and like many of us, he was concerned about more than just living long. He wanted to stay sharp, strong, and independent. As he approached his later years, he didn't slow down. In fact, he accelerated. In his 70s and 80s, while most doctors were enjoying retirement, Dr. Leaf was traveling to places like Okinawa, Japan, Vilcabamba, Ecuador, and Hunza, Pakistan, remote corners of the world where people often live past 100 without major disease. He studied their diets, their movement patterns, their social structures. But he also noticed something deeply personal. These people all had a rhythm to their day. And the most powerful part of that rhythm, what they did in the morning. So Dr. Leaf began crafting a morning routine, not based on fads or trends, but on ancient wisdom and hard science. Step one of his morning was simple. He woke up early. Not at 10 a.m., not even 8. Dr. Leaf woke up between 5:30 and 6 a.m. Why? Because he believed in syncing with the body's natural circadian rhythm. Our brains have a built-in clock, and exposure to early morning light helps regulate that clock, improving sleep, metabolism, and even mood. But he didn't just open the curtains, he went outside. Every morning, rain or shine, Dr. Leaf would take a 20-minute walk outdoors. This wasn't a power walk. It was slow and intentional. He believed that gentle movement in the morning woke up the brain and got the blood flowing. And science agrees. Research now shows that just 20 minutes of walking in the morning can boost focus, lower blood pressure, and reduce the risk of dementia. While walking, Dr. Leaf practiced deep breathing. He'd inhale for a count of 4, hold for 4, exhale for 4. This ancient breathing technique, similar to what Navy SEALs use to stay calm, helps regulate the nervous system. He called it resetting the mind. After his walk, Dr. Leaf had a very specific breakfast. And no, it wasn't bacon and eggs. It was a traditional Mediterranean-style plate. Oatmeal topped with flax seeds, a handful of walnuts, a few slices of fruit, usually berries or a banana, and green tea, not coffee. Why this combo? Oatmeal is rich in fiber, which keeps cholesterol down. Walnuts are loaded with omega-3s, crucial for brain health. Flax seeds help regulate hormones and digestion. And green tea, well, it's one of the most powerful anti-aging beverages on the planet. In fact, Dr. Leaf would often quote a Japanese proverb, "A cup of tea is a cup of life." But the most surprising part of his morning wasn't food or exercise. It was silence. That's right, after breakfast, Dr. Leaf would sit in complete silence for 10 minutes. No TV, no radio, no talking, just quiet. Sometimes he'd meditate. Other times he'd simply sit and think. He believed this short silence helped him sort through his thoughts and prepare mentally for the day. Think about how rare that is in our world today. Most of us reach for our phones or turn on the news the moment we wake up. Dr. Leaf did the opposite, and it worked. He stayed mentally sharp into his 90s, never suffered from dementia, and was still giving lectures and writing in his late 80s. Another key to his routine was what he didn't do. No processed sugar in the morning. No heavy meats. No alcohol, obviously. But he also avoided something that most people love, milk. He believed milk and dairy caused inflammation. And while opinions differ on this today, he credited eliminating dairy with helping his joints feel better in old age. Now, here's something that will surprise you. After his silent time, Dr. Leaf did something joyful. He'd either play music on the piano, tend to his small garden, or write in his journal. Why? Because joy is not optional. He believed it's fuel. He taught that doing something you love first thing in the morning sends a signal to your brain that life is meaningful. And when the brain believes life is meaningful, it fights harder to keep going. In his journal, he would often write down 3 things: what he was grateful for, what he planned to learn that day, and who he wanted to connect with. Yes, even at 90 years old, he was still learning, still calling people, still living. He had no interest in sitting around waiting for time to pass. And maybe that's the biggest secret of all. Dr. Leaf believed that aging wasn't a process of decline. It was a privilege and a responsibility. He once said, "Growing older is the reward for living. It is the time to apply all the wisdom you've gathered." But if you don't invest in your mind and body every morning, that wisdom gets buried. That hits hard, doesn't it? So let's recap the exact steps of Dr. Leaf's legendary morning routine. The one that helped him live nearly a century with a clear mind, strong body, and full heart. Step 1. Wake up early, around 5:30 to 6 a.m. Step 2. Get morning sunlight and go for a 20-minute gentle walk. Step 3. Practice deep breathing while walking. Step 4. Eat a brain-healthy breakfast: oatmeal, flax seeds, walnuts, fruit, and green tea. Step 5. Sit in silence for 10 minutes. Step 6. Do something joyful: play music, write, or garden. Step 7. Journal about gratitude, learning, and connection. These aren't gimmicks. These are habits backed by decades of research and lived experience from one of the world's most respected doctors. The best part? You could start tomorrow. You don't need a Harvard degree. You don't need to travel the world. You just need a little time and consistency. And here's the thing. These habits aren't just about living longer. They're about living better. More energy, more clarity, more connection. Isn't that what we all want after 60? Let Dr. Leaf's story be your inspiration. He proved it's never too late to start a better morning. And when you own your morning, you take back your life. So tonight, set your alarm a little earlier. Put your walking shoes by the door. Make space for silence. And remember this: aging well doesn't happen by accident. It happens by habit. And now you know the habits of a Harvard brain doctor who lived nearly 100 years. The rest is up to you.